Hey, what's up guys? If you've been struggling in the Mutalith Vortex Beast boss fight, this is going to be the perfect video for you. I practiced this boss fight over and over the course of about half a day. I don't even know how many times. So trust me when I say I have a good strategy and you don't need to be a god tier player to get through. This footage is from True Solo Absolute Difficulty. You'll see the mods detected in the upper right hand corner. That's just a mod to skip straight to the boss fight. There's no other mods installed. I don't cheat. So trust me when I have a good guide for you here. So usually at the beginning of the fight, he'll start with a jumping attack. So get ready to dodge that, and then you can counter with a gun strike. And then he'll do his AoE bubble, so you'll want to get ready to dodge that. Don't worry too much about the little vortex blast coming in, just focus mainly on dodging his attacks. This next attack is his most used attack, so it's an overhead slam and then the laser goes off. From the second you can see the laser, if you count to 3, that's the timing to dodge it. So I'll show it in real time here. So 1, 2, 3, dodge. With this attack, you can either dodge or parry dodge. Both work just as well. So with parry, it's parry, dodge, just like that. And then just make sure you follow up with your gun strike at the end, because that's where you're going to get a lot of your boss damage in this fight. Okay, so we'll keep going through the boss fight here. So he'll do that overhead laser attack a couple times. If you mess up the timing, try to get a gun strike off to recover your CHP. So he usually spams that like 2, 3, 4 times. And then he'll go into this next attack, which can either be a 3-part or a 6-part. So let's look at that a little closer. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then follow up with a gun strike. And then usually he'll go back into overhead slams into lasers for a little bit. Here he is going into that, so we'll just try to counter, get some gun strikes, and then usually after a few slams to lasers, he'll jump up and the bubble will shoot out from him. So I'll show you the correct way to dodge that here, which is going to be dodge and then dodge. And then whatever you do, make sure you get out of that little zone below him before he slams, because you'll take big damage. Okay, getting back into the boss fight. When he starts with this swirling laser attack, just back away from him, get some pot shots off. When the tentacle pops out, take it out quickly. I always focus it down first real quick. Try to refill your ammo if you can do so without getting too damaged. So I just keep pot shotting him while he's doing that, because you get a surprising amount of damage added up, because he could do this move 2 or 3 times throughout a fight. And then he'll usually go back into a jumping attack and then another jumping attack with the bubble coming out. Sometimes he'll do it twice in a row, as you just saw there. And then he'll usually go into a 3-part or a 6-part attack, which you just saw there. So let's break that down. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're using fencing, the timing's pretty generous on those, but in general, it's when his arm is at like the topmost arc of its swing, that's when you would hit it. And then just follow up with your gun strike. Okay, and then once you get his first quarter of health gone, he'll go into this black warp zone. And so just run through here. There's nothing much to it. Just run past him. Do whatever you can to get past him. If you have any movement abilities, you might want to use them. Just anything you can. Okay, and then I'll speed it up a little bit here. In this next part, it's just a regular like fight with the tentacles. The tentacles don't really shoot too much at you until after you have all the enemies dead. With the tentacles, the plasma pistol works really well for taking them out. It only takes 1 charge shot. So use this chance to fill up your ammo and whatever supplies you can grab. And then usually when the beast spawns back in, he'll come with a jump. So try to get ready to dodge that if you can. And then for me, he went into the laser attack here again. So just back away. If a laser hits you, just get a few shots off and try to recover as much CHP as you can. Any abilities that help your CHP drain more slowly can be really strong in this boss fight. And then one quick note during the laser section, every once in a while a laser will lock on to your position and shoot all the way outwards towards you, so you do have to dodge even if you're far away. So just watch out when a laser looks like it's perfectly lined up with you, because it will come all the way out towards you. And then for his lunge attack, that dodge is pretty generous too, so just punish with a gun strike, and then you can even get a little more damage in. And then he's going to go straight into a slam and bubble, right into a 6-part attack, which we've already gone over all of those, so I'll just let it play here. So 6 parts, punish, gun strike, and then another slam bubble, and I barely got my CHP back there. So you don't have to do this fight absolutely perfectly, but just knowing it well enough is going to get you through. And then he's going to go back into some slam lasers. So usually he spams these like 3 or 4 times. So just try to punish after each one to consistently get that damage off. And then he's going to go into another slam bubble here, into a slam laser. And as long as you get the initial parry on the slam laser, you can still get your, if you mess up on the laser, you can get your CHP back still, because you'll have that gun strike waiting for you. And then in this section, he'll just spawn in a bunch of enemies. The only thing I'll say is just make sure you kill them all quickly before he respawns, especially if you're soloing it. It can be a big problem if there's still some little chaos spawns when the big one gets back up. If you're running this with real people, you can try to kill as many of those little chaos guys before they get to the Mutalith Beast in the center, because they are going to refill his health. If you're solo running it, it's a little more difficult, so I just focus on killing the chaos spawns before the Mutalith Beast gets back up. But you can at least throw some grenades or whatever you have just to try to stop him from healing quite as much. And with the chaos spawns, just dump out as much damage as you can, as quickly as you can, and don't get hit by their really damaging attacks. Okay, and then the rest of this fight actually goes pretty quickly compared to the first half. So he's going to come out with a jump to a slam bubble and then his laser stance. So we're just going to back away again, pot shot. I'll speed this up a little bit. Okay, so we're just pot shotting, making sure that one laser that tracks onto us, we dodge that. And then he's going to come out and go straight into his lunge attack. So we dodge and punish. And then he's going to go into his 6-part. So we hit all 6 of those parries, punish with a gun strike, and then he's going to go into a slam bubble, followed up immediately by another slam bubble. And another one. And then a 3-part. So he really doesn't have that many attacks. It's just the 3-part, the 6-part, the slam laser, the slam bubble, and the lunging attack, and then the laser stance. So if you can learn how to deal with each of those attacks, you can get through this fight. So on the slam lasers, just make sure that you're punishing him. As long as you can get that initial parry off, you're going to be fine, because you can get back your CHP even if you mess up on the laser dodge. The slam laser, the laser timing is really tight. Like, I think they could tune that down just a bit, but you can dodge it. It's just a little difficult. See there? So we're just going to keep punishing him. And then I'm going to slam him. And one more slam. And that was on true solo absolute difficulty. So even though I made some mistakes, I still got through it without any healing at all. So you guys can definitely learn this fight and get through it. I hope this guide helps. If you found it useful, drop a like on it. And if you've been enjoying my content, consider subscribing. Trying to make it to 2,000 subscribers before the year's over. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.